I'm going to call the Church County Library Board of Trustees meeting to order. Can you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is public comment. Is there any public comment?
I would just like to update the board on the recruiting efforts regarding the board vacancy. We've had one application and the due date has passed. So I'm assuming that the county manager's office will still facilitate an interview for that person. But that's where we're at with that.
Thank you.
And this is Cecilia, the Deputy District Attorney, speaking right now. And I had been just simply asked to look into Title III of the county. And what I just like to bring up, the specific question had to do with employee redress when they have a concern. And employee redress is outlined with regard to the Churchill County Code. That can be found in Chapter 3.48, and that is under complaint resolution procedure. Now, that's with regard to if an employee has a specific complaint, the chain the employee should go through with regard to seeking redress as well as their appeal rights. But also it should be noted that if an employee has a concern, they can also bring it to Human Resources.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Hearing none, we'll go on to item 4, roll call of members.
Maddie Serna,
Ryan Swarzik,
Sari Kaler,
Sue Segura.
Item 5 is verification of posting of the agenda.
Tara Adams for the record. The agenda was posted on the 18th day of June, 2026, between the hours of 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. at all the locations listed on the agenda in accordance with statutes.
Thank you, Tara. Item 6, consideration and possible action, approval of minutes of the meeting held on May 28, 2026. Is there any discussion? Motion?
I'll make a motion, Sari Kaler, to approve the minutes for the meeting held on May 28th, 2026.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
There's been a motion made by Siri and a second by Maddie. Is there any discussion? Public comment? Okay, I'll call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Motion passes. Item 7 is training, discussion of training module 6 completed by the Library Board of Trustees and Library Director.
Yes, thank you. John, the Library Director, and for Module 6, it is the Library Budget and Finance, and some of the subheadings are about the source of library funding, available grants that the Library Board and the Director can look into, and just budget management. If there's any discussion, there's some workbook assignments that were, asked some interesting questions. Is there any general discussion about the module before we get into the workbook assignment? Well, I'll just start with the just a question provided by the workbook that private foundations, businesses, and corporations are an excellent resource for grants that can assist your library with programs, services, or building projects. Many times the grants are from local or regional organizations or businesses that wish to give something back to their communities. What is available in your community? And so, yeah, I have some, we've already worked with partners I can share about, but then just projecting some potential partners that we haven't yet worked with. We have, for example, worked with credit unions in terms of getting financial support specifically from Financial Horizons. They not only volunteer like over $2,000, $2,500 for the summer reading kickoff and supplemental gifts, but they also volunteered their time and made cotton candy and just just provided assistance. So we're so thankful for that. We work with the apply for grants through the Nevada State Library funding for technology improvements, various innovation with our current library revitalization project. That if you visit the library, you can see cool slat wall displays, whiteboards that we're using daily and we're documenting. And we have mobile book carts that we'll be putting out probably next month, but we'll let the community know when we do so. But additionally, there's some other opportunities, such as there's a national grant database that, more for, I should say, through the Churchill Library Association, for example. That's something that potentially they could look to and explore, but we can find nationwide grants. And I just want to thank the CLA, Churchill Library Association, for their fundraising and support for the library programs. And so they approve funding for so many things. So just thankful to all the members. Are there any other maybe local partners? I don't want to talk the full time, but any that you identify that we can work with?
I just need a little bit of clarification. The budget through the county is from the taxpayers, right? So that's correct, right?
Property tax?
Yeah, so I think we need to give a big thank you out to everybody in
yes.
Churchill County for
Yes.
helping support the library. Even those of you who don't know that you're supporting it, you're supporting a good cause. And I also wanted to say I was amazed. Being on the CLA, I thought we were limited to the budget of the taxpayers, but I have found that the library really goes after a lot of grants, and I'm very, very appreciative of your library staff's efforts going after all of those grants. I know Jay just got a historical one.
Yes.
And was Ancestry.com through a grant too, or am I mistaken on that one?
Is it like it's a kind of different grant, but we've gotten like electronic Hoopla account, like grants for Hoopla for $2,000, and like historic book club for like $2,500, and revitalization grant for $27,000. So just a bunch of grants my team has worked hard to achieve.
Right. So I think they deserve a great big thank you too, because without them, then we wouldn't have these grants. And I, as just a citizen, I wouldn't know where to look for grants, so thank you to them. And I'm glad you mentioned the community support. I had a question on that. Do you, as the library staff, go out to our community and ask for support, or do people like the credit union, did they just come and say, hey, we would like to support you? Is it more volunteer basis, or do you ask them?
Little of both, and it's not really like grant, but like sponsorship. But yeah, so for the credit union, they contacted us, And it's just really important to be friendly and open-minded during the conversation, because you never know who you'll talk to, and so they reached out to us. And yeah, I've made efforts in other libraries to reach out. It can be, to various local businesses. So we are reaching out. Currently, there's, I don't know, I've seen car dealerships in town that have donated to or sponsored other organizations, because it's on a plaque. I know the Found Theater has gotten sponsorships from places like Walmart. So there's opportunities there that we have to reach out to.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, additionally, I mentioned car dealerships, but Lions Club, or because they work with the community, and Rotary Club. These are just additional partners that I like to reach out to. Any thoughts or anything else in general?
You may have already done some work out at NAS Fallon, but I just wonder, do you guys already partner with them, or what do you think? Would that be an interesting partnership?
Yes, NAS Fallon just partnering just with their daycare first, and so we made initial contact. There's a lot of security, to go through approval, but we have reached out to them, and would like to do. And I talked to someone yesterday about, I just don't want to put things ahead of the cart, but we love to work with them and visit their daycare, and so something that we're looking to do. Also, the Fallon Paiute Shoshone tribe is a partner that we're looking to work with too, with their helping build their library, but also future community programs. So it's not always financially based, but just to work together and see what happens.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that concludes the workbook assignment, and that's thank you for spending the time to discuss this.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any other questions for John? All right. We will go to the Library Board of Trustees report.
I just want to mention that I missed the CLA meeting on Monday because I wasn't in town, but we have been planning books, bites, and beverages for August 7th at 6:30. So if you guys are in town and need something to do, come to the library and support us, please. That's all of us here and all of you out there too. So it is going to be a fun time, and you do have to buy tickets to get in. So, but I believe there will be raffles and food, so that's always fun. And I also want to give a big shout out compliment to the library, John and his staff. They did an awesome summer reading kickoff program. And thank you. It's Financial Horizons Credit Union, right?
Correct.
Okay. I was volunteering with some of them at the Con Candy machine, and they were just phenomenal. And like I said, I was just at the Con Candy machine, so I saw a lot of kids wanting candy, so that's good, but I didn't get to see everything that the library had to offer, but I think it went over really well, and everybody that we gave Con Candy to, they were excited about the magician and about the crafts and about the bounce house. So thank you, John and library staff, for doing that.
Yeah, Jay and Magdalena helped plan it, so special credit goes to them and the whole library team that we're just running around everywhere helping people. So credit goes to my team and volunteers and financial partners, everyone, and thank you for helping out so much.
Sari, I have a question for the beverage or the books so beverage and bites.
Yeah.
And you said you have to buy tickets, correct?
Yes, sir.
And is that just at the library, or are you selling them somewhere else?
Yeah, I know that tickets can be purchased at the library via the director, and so I'll be handling cash payments for that.
And you can buy them at the door also?
Yes, you can buy at the door as well. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for that question.
I also attended the summer reading opening event, and I would also like to second Sari's thank you to everyone. It was a very nice event, and I think I've been mentioning this for several months now, but my son really enjoys the Wednesdays when the library does chess club. So he learns something every time, and he gets to play with a lot of different people, and it's a neat ongoing event. And so I want to say thank you to John and the rest of the library staff and volunteers for putting that on.
Yes, it's amazing how well he has improved in chess. So a lot of people can also enjoy that experience as well. Tremendous growth there.
Any other comments? Okay, we'll move on to the library director's report. John?
Thank you. So as you know, like I mentioned before, there's the library revitalization grant. Most of our items have been set up, so you can visit the library and see how our slat wall is really highlighting library programs. We have a laminator purchased, a nice one for helping make displays, bushel cart holders. It's in the back workroom, but we're making some cool, like a dinosaur themed displays using that. New book carts, book trucks on your report, with cool, the Never Mind cart, so people, just need to put books away that they're not interested in checking out, they can just put it there, and these cool mobile book displays, based on themes or new books, and they're on wheels, so it's important that it's wheels so that we can always adapt the library space for different, space configurations. And so that big one is the mobile book carts that are currently airing out. They just need to air out a little bit more, and we'll, like I said, have it ready for July and in the children's area, which will make the books a lot more visible and eye-catching for increased checkout. But we'll work with the wonderful facilities team to uninstall the existing shelves and put the new bookshelves, which again are on wheels, so that's great for configuration in future. And so with the personnel, we are in the next steps of setting up interviews for the adult services librarian position. And so I will keep you posted of when the interviews actually happen. And concerning financial matters, we are well within budget this year, but the fiscal year ends on June 30th, 2026. So been busy with that. And with the training, we on Professional Development Day on June 15th, we did a lot of team building exercise and went through training through operations and discussed projecting future programming ideas. And so we're excited about our July Professional Development Day and using that time to also install our new mobile book carts that I mentioned before. So we're looking to again use that time wisely to be better united and be better knowledgeable about our operations and producing great services for the public. With technology, OPI is our vendor, restored the direct scan to email feature, which is a huge need in the community because there's no fax services in our community on Saturdays. So just being able to directly scan things to their email protects their personal information. In regards to programming, we had our story times are just increasing in popularity. Even today, we had like 47 people for a story time. But in May, we had 16 story time sessions with a total attendance of 311. And you can see some of the fun themes that we did, like ducks and nighttime animals and spiders. Ooh, so it's like just fun stuff. Alpaca Fun on May 2nd. We had 95 participants enjoying meeting alpacas and learning more about them. And so special thanks to Sawdust Alpacas for doing that free event. Steam Star Wars on May 1st was hugely popular with 76 attendees. They built lightsabers and did R2-D2 crafts, and there's like lightsaber. They built the lightsabers, and then there's like balloon activities with it, popping balloons and hitting balloons into certain boxes for points. And so we were really busy that day, but it was worth it. And the first 50 participants got free tickets to the Star Wars showing at the Fountain Theater, where we also set up a library booth to highlight our Star Wars collection, our sci-fi collection, and we had additional like lightsaber supplies. And so, it was a great partnership. And so thank you to Fountain Theater and Glenn Perazzo. We also have May the 4th Be With You. So that's 45 participants, and we had a green screen for fun photos that we sent out to people. Summer reading program, as the board has mentioned, was successful. It was on June 6th, and we had a magician, Larry Wilson, bounce house, cotton candy, and indoor crafts. And we had about 181 people show up for the event, and approximately so far since then, over 450 people have registered for the program. So when they do reading logs and submit them to the library, we give them free books, a brag tag, and some beads. And so, we think we'll reach over 500 people when it's all said and done. And so, also, we have author talks. They've been popular, but this coming Saturday, June 27th at 10 a.m., we'll have an author talk panel, so like a collection of authors to share their books and ask questions about the writing process from local Nevada authors. Partnerships, we're always doing that. We get a lot of visibility that way. So Green Goddess Festival on May 3rd, we spoke to 227 people about our gardening collection, seed library, and spice club. And so we also made a lot of wonderful partners that we like to work with. And so thank you to Karen from Green Goddess for inviting us. And then Alex Drew from the Nevada Legal Services came out on June 2nd to give free community presentations on tenant law. And he also saw our legal kiosk needed some fixing. It's been there since June 2023, and it's been a huge help to our community for printing free legal documents. So it's a separate computer for that. So want to make sure people know about that. And so thank you to, again, Nevada Legal Services. Well, it's at the end, there's pictures of our wonderful displays from our team. So this year's theme for summer reading program is Unearth a Story, kind of dinosaur themed, jungle themed. So the reading prizes are there with like cool digging tools and navigation tools and books for that. Also in June is Summer Solstice. So that was designed by Lily. And so, summer officially starts on June 21st. And so there's some cool books on that topic. And then, Juneteenth, books recognizing the end of slavery in the United States. So there's some display on books on that topic. And then There's a picture of our new slat wall highlighting our exciting library programs. Yep, right there. Oops. Oh, it's probably maybe we can amend it in the picture if it's not there. Yeah. So my apologies, but it's right in the entry foyer of the library. So it highlights our summer reading, our calendars, our programs, and like Churchill Library Association bookmarks for like if you want to donate to the library. So it's all there. That's the end of my report. And do you have any questions?
Is there any questions for John?
And one thing I'd like to highlight is we couldn't do this without a wonderful team, but especially a wonderful volunteers. Like the summer reading program, we had many volunteers. I forgot to mention that, but thank you to the volunteers. We couldn't do any of this, especially to kick off without them.
Hearing no questions for John, we'll move on to new business. First item is consideration and possible action, approval of monthly budget reports for May of 2026. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve May's budget.
Motion's been made by Sue. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Second's been made by Maddie. Is there any public, or sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item C, consideration and possible action, approval of library gift fund report for May 2026. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion, Sari Kaler, to approve the gift fund for May 2026.
I'll
Motion's been
second. Oh, sorry.
Motion's been made by Sari and second by Sue. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, I will call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes. Item B was withdrawn, so we'll go on to the second public comment. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, guys.